to the city streets, we began to feel the fire.
Alright, welcome back to Funny Computer Hub. So in this video we are continuing from where we stopped. We are continuing from the tools that we can use to design in coreldraw. So let me just open my coreldraw. It's opening. If you're watching this training from my YouTube channel and you're yet to subscribe, kindly smash the subscription button and turn on the notification bell. And also make sure that after watching this training, let me know what you grab on the comment section. Just come down on the comment section and write something down. Okay, so I think there's on our previous training we did some, we saved our work. So this is it, funny essay. I'm going to click on it to open it. Okay, so this is the interface of coreldraw. In the previous tutorial I showed you that these are one of the tools that we have on coreldraw, but I decided to do a separate video, okay, to explain these tools very well because they are unique tools. Okay, so I'm going to just move to the next page, click on page 2. Okay, I'm going to use this page 2 to create it. Okay, once I click on this page 2, can you see this is page 2, right? So what I'm going to do now is that I'm going to just select, we have the first two we have here. Let me just click on this arrow. We have drop shadow tool. So it's just a tool that you can use to add shadow. You can add a shadow to a rectangle or to any object, and even you can add a shadow to a text. So I'm going to do the two. Okay, so let me just draw a rectangle, drop my rectangle tool, then come here, add color to it. Then I'm going to click on this drop shadow. This is the first one, drop shadow. Then I'm going to, so okay, let me not use this easier way. So once you select the tool, my cursor is carrying drop shadow. Can you see it? Okay, so if you go up here, you're going to see precept. Can you see precept? Okay, I click on the arrow. You can see a lot of drop shadow that you can use. So you can see the preview here. So it depends on the one we want. If this is the one you like, you click on it, it's going to add a shadow too. Okay, I think okay, yes, I've selected it. Then you select the shadow, click on precept, select this one. Can you see how it is? Okay, I'll move down, select this one. Can you see how it is? Okay, so anyone that you want, I can decide to add the one that will that has glue, so that will just fill up the whole side. Can you see? It's just not clear, but I can come here and make it to be more, yeah, add the feathers, increase the feathers. Can you see? Then I'll come here, I'll change the color. You know, it's gray color here. You can come here, click on black. Can you see how it is now? So you can change colors. Can you see now? So this is the feathering. I can decide to reduce the feathering. Can you see? So I also decide to reduce the opacity. Okay, so that is it. So it depends on the one that you want to use. You can just select it from here. Okay, then another easy way is, instead of you to just click on this drop shadow tool and click on precept, the easier way is you can just come here. As you can see in this, there's a square here. It's just like an arrow where you can use to draw. Okay, so you can decide to resize this arrow. Just click on this and pull it this way. Can you see? So you can decide to move it around anywhere you want it to be. You can move it around. Okay, so let me decide to remove this drop shadow. If you want to remove the drop shadow, can you see this that is here? This thing, can you see? It's showing clear drop shadow. So once I click on it, that drop shadow will disappear. Can you see now? So let's say I don't want to use this precept. I'm going to just come here. As I'm still calling drop shadow, I'll just come here. Remember, before you click on drop shadow, make sure you select the text or the object that you want to add shadow to, right? Okay, so remember, I've selected the text, then I'm now calling the drop shadow. Then I'll come here and drag. Just come here, place and hold my left cursor and then drag. Can you see how I'm dragging this thing? I'll just drag my cursor. I'm still holding down my left mouse button. Okay, you place and hold your left mouse button. Don't only move your hand, just use your, if you're using laptop, you just use your left hand to place and hold your left mouse button, and then use the other hand to move your cursor around. Okay, but if you're using external mouse, you can just use the same hand, your index finger, to place and hold your left mouse button and then move your cursor to the direction. So if I want to move to my right hand side, can you see how I'm just moving it? So can you see something like a line that is showing? So this actually is just a preview. Okay, it uses the line to show me how my shadow will look like, the direction my shadow is going. Okay, so if I want it to move, can you see now? If I want it to move by my left hand side, I can drag this way. If I want it to be down, so it depends. Okay, so if it's like this, I can leave it this way. So that is it. Can you see? So you can decide to just draw like this. Can you see? I just remove my hand once it's get to this part, because I want it to just fill up, to have a groove around it. So I can decide to increase it a bit. Can you see? Or I can decide to draw it inside. Okay, I can decide to come here. Okay, or just like this. So can you see how it is? So this is it. Okay, this is it. So for test, let me just remove, let me just click on test. So as I'm calling this drop shadow now, I can decide not to go to pick two and click on it in order to drop my drop shadow. I can just click on test two immediately, because I want to write something, right? I want to show you how to add shadow to a text. So I can just come here, click on test. Can you see now? My cursor is now carrying text, right? So that is it. So I can just come here, click on it, and write something now. Let me write Fanic Computer Up. Fanic Computer Up. That is the best computer training center. We based in Anambra State, Nigeria. But we train individuals, young and schools and organizations. Our training is not limited to Nigerians only. We trained worldwide. Okay, so just as you can see this text, now I can decide to add a shadow to the text. Then I'll come here. First of all, I have to select the text. Can you see? I just select the text now. Then come here, come to this drop shadow, click on it, and then you can decide to use the precept, or I can decide to use just the easy way. Come here, maybe I want to drop shadow like this. I can drag from here. I can just drag, or I'll just drag from like this. Can you see how it's going now? I can decide to drag, or let me just move it out so that you can see it clearly. Okay, but I can decide to just make it to be inside. Okay, so I can decide to zoom. Let me zoom it so I can see it clearly. Can you see it now? Can you see the shadows? So that is it. That is it. You can now decide to make the shadow to be more okay. Okay, so if you want to remove the shadow now, or it's just because that I zoomed it. So if I want to remove the shadow, come here, click on clear drop shadow. I click on clear drop shadow. Can you see now? It has disappeared. Okay, so that is it. That is it for drop shadow. So the next thing we have, let me remove this. Okay, the next thing we have here is under tools we have contour. Okay, so let me remove shadow on this rectangle. If you observe now, once I click on this rectangle, I can not be able to, I didn't see clear drop shadow. Can you see it now? We cannot be able to see it. So what I'm going to do is I have to click on drop shadow and make sure I'm carrying it. Can you see? As I'm carrying it, even as I've just selected it now, the clear drop shadow is not yet enabled. So I'll just intentionally move this thing aside. Can you see now? It has displayed itself. So once it's like this, you just click here, then that thing will just disappear. The shadow that is added to the box will be removed. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is contour. Can you see this? The next tool, contour. Okay, you can, all these tools that you are seeing here, you can add it to both the objects and text. Okay, so that is more reason I decided to create a separate video for you to be able to understand it more better, and also I'll be able to create time and explain it very well. Okay, so we'll be using these two. So once we are through, we are going to delete, and then we are going to remove it and then add the next one. So I click on this arrow, I click on contour. First of all, we have to select. Okay, I've selected the rectangle. This is contour. I click on contour. All of them has precept. So can you see the precept? The precept will help you to know the preview of what it actually means, and also the work of the tool, okay, on that object. So this is inward flow, inward contour. You just give it a step by steps inward, and this is outside, just giving it a step outside. So I can click on outside. Can you see how it is? So you can decide to select the number of steps that you want. I can say I want to reduce the step. You click on the lower arrow. Can you see I'm reducing the step? So let's say I want it to be just one step. Okay, it's just two. I can increase it. Can you see? So I can come here. This is the spacing between each step. I can decide to decrease the spacing. Can you see? The step is still the same, but it's just the spacing that I'm reducing. Can you see? The step is not changing, right? So the spacing between each of the step with the next one, this space, this space, this space, this space is what we are increasing here. So I can decide to reduce it. Okay, so the next one is trying to the contour corners. I can decide to select metered, round, and bevel. Can you see how it is? This is for bevel, this is for round. Can you see how the curve the edges is? Then this one is metered. Can you see how it is? Just like equal rectangle, rectangle. Then this is the color. I can start to select any color of my choice. This is outline color. This is the main color. I can start to say, okay, let it be red. Can you see? Okay, so that is it. That is it. Okay, so this is outward contour. I can start to select this and click on inward contour. Can you see now it's inside? You can start to use this arrow and then adjust. Can you see how I'm just adjusting? Okay, instead of me adjusting the steps here, I can decide to use this thing just by increasing it and reducing the step. But if I'm pulling it downward, I'm increasing the step. Okay, so just double click on it. Come here, double click on it, and then drag it to downward or upward. Okay, so that is it for contour. So if you want to remove any one that you want, you can come here. Can you see clear contour? I click on clear contour. Can you see now it has disappeared? Okay, so the same thing on text. I can click on text and then click on contour. I can decide to select the preview, or I will decide not to select the preview. Just come here, drag drag by myself. Can you see what it's showing? So if it's showing this thing like this, I've added the contour to it. I've added the contour. I can start to zoom. Okay, it said that the contour offset is too large, so we can start to select outward contour. Can you see how it is? Okay, so this is the step which I've showed you. Okay, let me introduce it. This is the spacing, the space between each of the steps. Okay, I can decide to reduce the step. Let the step be just 2 or 3. Okay, I'm still going to zoom this, but let me just leave it this way. So this is the color, the outline color. I can select the outline color be yellow, then let the color itself to be white. Okay, then the color of this text I can just select it from here, white. Okay, let me select red. Okay, so I think black will go a long way. Okay, so that is it for contour. Being I want to clear, I'm come here, click on clear contour. So everything has disappeared. So the next one we have here is blend. Blend is just a combination of two or more colors. Just you, not just combination of two or more colors, it's also a combination of two or more objects together. Okay, let's say for example I have this object here, or let me use a circle, but let me use a rectangle for an example. I have this object here, then I also have another one. Let me duplicate this. I can start to make this one to be more smaller, and then add color to it, add yellow color to it. Then when I select blend, and I just select blend, I would select this one, hold my left cursor and drag it. Can you see this thing? I'll drag it until it meets the second one. Can you see how it is now? I'll remove my hand from it. Can you see how it is? So this is what we call blending. Can you see how it is? It has been able to blend blue color with the yellow color. So that is it. Then the next one we have is this dot. Let me select this rectangle. To do this dot, I'll just select it, select the rectangle, I click on this dot. Okay, can you see the precept here? I can select the precept, just look and watch. Can you see the preview? So this is exactly what we're going to see if we use the rectangle. Remember, I'm using the rectangle, so I click on push corners. Can you see how it is? We get exact stuff. So if I'm using the pull corners, can you see? If I'm using the stamp, if I'm using the zipper, can you see how it is? So that is it. So once you are doing, you want to remove it, still make sure that you are calling that thing, and then see this thing which is clear distortion. I'll click on it and it will disappear. Okay, so you can also add distort to your text. Okay, the distort is extremely complex and may take several minutes to calculate. Okay, so because of that we are moving forward. So the next one we have is envelope. Envelope is actually one of the ways that makes us more easy when designing. So I can decide to, I select the rectangle, I click on envelope, So once it's like this is the precept. Depends on what you want to do. If maybe you want to create a circle, this rectangle, this is rectangle slant, this is pinch, this is push down, this is push up. So let's say rectangle now. Can you see how it just turned that rectangle to circle? I selected circle. Okay, so let's say linear slant. Can you see how it is? So let me also select rectangle because I want it to be okay. Then I'll select push up. Okay, so can you see now? So most of the times you can just use this one. Where is it again? You can just use this or this, okay, to design. So can you see now it's not showing again, so I can click on this, clear this dot. Okay, I just click on it to clear envelope. Okay, so I'm going to select this again. Okay, I'm going to click on it. So once you're able to do that, let me just do Ctrl Z so that we get our normal rectangle. Okay, so this is a normal rectangle. Another way is this. I can just click on this envelope now. Instead of me to use precepts, I will just come up here. Can you see there is a dot? There is a dot here too, then dot here, dot here, dot here, dot here, dot here, dot here. Can you see these dots? So you remember I'm not the one that added it, right? Okay, so I can just come here, come to this edge, hold down my left cursor, hold down my left mouse button and then drag it. Can you see how I'm dragging it? So the way I'm dragging it is it has curved itself already. Can you see? It just curved. Okay, so I can even come down here and drag it upward. Can you see now? So that is amazing thing envelope used to do. So being I want to remove it, I'll come here, click on clear envelope. Can you see? Okay, so the same thing on text. Let's add envelope on text. I click on envelope. Okay, I'll come here. I decide to use precepts. 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 Okay, let me use this one. Okay, can you see how it curves? You may not see it clearly, but let me use another one so that you can see that it's literally curved. Okay, let me look for another one. Okay, so it's through. Okay, so I'm just going back. Let me zoom this so that you can see that it curves. Okay, so if not the way, let me zoom it. I want to say another thing, but let me zoom it. So this is the straight text, right? So I click on envelope. I click on this one, I click on push up. Can you see how it curves? So let me select the second one. I think the second one is more bigger. Okay, can you see how it curves now? So I can decide to come here, click, increase it a bit. Come here, increase it a bit. Just do it this way. Can you see how it is? Okay, so let me just go do Ctrl Z. So most times you can start to just come do it this way, come to this middle and drag like this. I don't know if you have seen something like this. I believe you have. Okay, so you just do it that way. Can you see now? Okay, so that is it for envelope. That is it for envelope. So the next one we have on our list is what? We have extrude. Extrude is just making a rectangle to be more, to have shadow, just like it being a bust. So I click on it, click on extrude. I can decide to select the precepts from here. Can you see the precepts? Can you see the precepts? Can you see the precept? Okay, sorry. This is the precept of envelope. So let me select this. It's not even extrude I'm selecting. I'll select the rectangle, click on this arrow, click on, where is it go? Click on extrude. Can you see how it is? So this is the precept. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see? So this is how it will look like. So I can decide to select any preset of my choice. Okay, or I will just use my hand to draw it. So that is it. So the next tool that we are seeing here, we have transparent tool and we have eyedropper tool. If I click on this arrow that is there, you can also see one more tool that we can use while designing. So let me delete all this. Okay, so if we want to add transparency to an object, this is how to do it. Transparency means you, let's say I added an image. Let's say I added an image. Okay, so I'll just select the image that I want to add. Okay, let's say this is the image. Where is the image I'm going to add now? Okay, let's say this is the image for an example. Let's say this is the image for an example. I'll just select it, click on import. Okay. Okay, let's say somebody asked you to select this image. You don't need to look out for how to close up the image so that they will know where it starts and where it ends. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are just going to click on the image, select the image. Can you see the image here? I'll just select the image, click on transparency. Can you see transparency here? I click on transparency. Once you click on this transparency, can you see the precept? The first one is no transparency. We use it when we want to remove the transparency that we added to an object or text. So the next one is uniform transparency. Uniform transparency means that it's adding transparency to all the images. Okay, so if I click on uniform transparency, now can you see how it is? So you just reduce the opacity a bit. Can you see it's not getting lighter? So I can start to use the upper one and then use, depends on the one I want to use. This one is just making it to get more lighter. Okay, so it depends. Okay, so that is transparency for you. Then we have the next one. We have fonting transparency. Okay, once I click on it, can you see how it is? It will just hide one side and displays the next one, just depending on how we draw it. Okay, remember when I showed you about, what is the name? Okay, yes, well, I taught you about shadow. Yes, you dragging this, something like this always appears, right, on shadow too. So I can decide to draw this thing from here like this. Now just place my cursor anywhere on top of this. Just I'll place and hold my left mouse button and drag downward. Can you see how this thing is now? So this thing is no longer like this, just like this. Okay, it's just like this, and this baby is trying to, okay, so let me just leave it this way. Okay, so like this now, you should be able to understand that one side hides while the other side displays, right? So we say that black hides while white displays. So that is it. I can decide to add more in just by reducing it. Can you see how it's just flushing down the upside? So being that we don't want to flush down the upside, we want to flush down the downside, so I'm going to do it this way. Can you see now? Okay, so it's still the same. So I'm going to drag, come here, drag upward. Can you see? So the white one is what reviews it, while the black one is downward. Can you see? The black one is downward. So I believe this is amazing, right? I believe you are shocked. You are shocked. You will be saying, wow, wow, wow. Oh, so this is how these people have been doing this. Yes, exactly. This is what they have been doing, and they are getting amazing results. So this is it. So it's just you flushing down some parts. Remember, if we are not able to flush down, so I want to show you the reasons for all these things. So let me just click on transparency. And just draw it this way. Okay, let me just remove the transparency, click on no transparency. So if you observe now, if I want to place this image here, it will just come and show me. Can you see this image stops here and there is a demarcation? Can you see now? So I can decide to use this transparency tool and flush down the ones that are not qualified. Okay, I just flush it. I can see now it will just fit in with the background. You will not even know that the picture is on its own while the background on its own. You will not know because we have been able to flush some parts and make it to blend with the background. So that is it for transparency. We also have vector transparency. If you click on it, Can you see how it is? So I can decide to increase this. If I'm increasing it, it's making it to be more tinier. Okay, making it to more tiny. Okay, so it depends on the one you want. Then the next one is pattern, bitmap pattern transparency. If you reduce it a bit, can you see how it is? So we have the next one. We have two color pattern transparency. I'll just click on it. Can you see how it is? So I can start to reduce it. Can you see how it is? Okay, so depending on the one we want, we can start to come here, click on this, and then see other patterns. Okay, so this is we trying to add the opacity to it. Can you see now? It's just opacity to all of them. Okay, so that is it. Then being I want to remove the opacity, I'll come here. Okay, being I want to remove the transparency, I'll come here, click on no transparency. Can you see now everything has gone? Okay, so the next tool we have here is eyedropper tool. I'm going to teach you this. Let me just bring a rectangle and draw a rectangle here. I will give it another color. Okay, then eyedropper, we usually use it if we want to pick a color, okay, from another source. Let's say this baby now, there is this color that is on this stick that is holding, okay, or let's say this young, the baby, the female one, if you look at his cloth, he's putting on sky blue, right? So I can be able to get the exact sky blue from my colors, okay, but being I don't want to use my colors, I want to add this sky blue on this rectangle. Can you see this rectangle? This rectangle is just, I just added yellow color to it. Okay, so but I want to pick this color that is here. I can use eyedropper. Just click on eyedropper. First of all, select the text, then click on eyedropper, then look out for where it is. Can you see how it is? So if I'm just outside this sky blue top now, if I'm just outside, can you, if you just look at this box, if you observe that you just give me a display, and not just a display but actually the value of the color and also the color code. So if I come down here on the white, can you see the white? Can you see the color of the baby? So but remember, we want to pick the blue, right? So once I come here, I will see the blue that I want. The box, the box showing the color of what I'm picking is what I have to focus on. Okay, if you watch now, this box, the blue that is here, let me show you. Okay, yes, this blue that is showing on the box, which beside this you will see RGB, and then see the value of R, then see the value of G, and then the value of B. Can you see the box there? The blue that is on that box is not sky, right? It's just a bit dark, right? So there is more reason you have to keep on moving until you get the one you want. Let's say I want this one now. I'll just select it, just click on it, and then come here. Can you see now that my eyedropper tool, which has something like a pencil like icon, has now changed from pencil like icon to bucket icon? Can you see now? So it means that, oh, it's just trying to tell me that I have carried a color. So that means it's holding a bucket of color, looking out for where to put in the color. So I will say, okay, this is where I want to add the color. So I come here, click on it. So can you see now I've been able to add the color of this girl to these clothes. So that is it for eyedropper. I believe this is amazing, right? That is more reason I decided to create just a separate tutorial for you to be able to understand it very, very well. Okay, so if you come down here, remember when I'm using Windows 7, and click on this. Okay, if you come down here, you can see other tools that are here. So but don't worry, you can just play along with this tool, or when we keep on designing, you're going to see how we use this tool to perform an amazing stuff. Okay, but let me just show you one more. Okay, or then I explain the next one. This smart fill tool, we actually use it to give different colors on objects that overlap each other. Most of the time we use it while designing a logo. Then the next one we have here is interactive fill tool. Interactive fill tool is the tool that we use if we want to if you want to blend two colors together. Okay, let's say I have this rectangle now, and this rectangle bears this color, right? So I can decide to say, okay, I want from here to this middle of the rectangle to be blue color, and then I want from the middle to down to be a red color. So I can decide to select the rectangle first, click on there, click on interactive fill tool. Okay, so can you see now I'll select it. Okay, so can you see now, once I select it, I click here, then it will show that my cursor is carrying interactive fill tool. Just know that any tool that you're working on, there are other tools that are attached to it, right? So if you're not able to see those ones outside, check out the arrow that is beside any of the tools, and you look out for the one that you want to use. So as it is now, I'm going to drag from here. I can remember, can you see this preset that is there? This is no fill, this is uniform fill, this is fronting fill and all that. So I can decide to drag from here. Can you see how it is now? So this box that you are seeing here is the color of this, the main color, okay, which is sky blue. So it now gave this down part white color. So I can decide to click on this box that is here. Once I click on the box, something like this will come up. I'll come here, this is the color. It means that it gave it white color. That is why you are seeing white color here. So I'm going to click on it. Can you see? Click on this arrow. You can see my color picker. So I can decide to select the color that I want. If it's red, I click on red. I'll select the color. Can you see how it is? Can you see how it is? Can you see? Can you see? Is this not amazing, guys? Is this not amazing? So if I want to pick yellow, I'll come down here, click on the yellow so that yellow will come out. Then I'll pick the yellow if it's the one that is very clear. I'll come to this edge. Okay, so anyone that you want, you select it. So let's say I don't want to select from here. I can just click here. Once I click on this box, I'll come to my color mode. Can you see my colors here? I'll select the colors that I want. Okay, can you see now? So this is how to blend. So even as this one is like this, you can still change it, right? You can change it by clicking on this box. I just click on this box. I can decide to select the color that I want here, or I'll just come here. I want to use black color. I'll just select black. Can you see, guys? Can you see how it is? So you can decide to increase it. Can you see now the red color is more than the black because I just increase it. I can decide to flush it out by increasing it, or I can decide to decrease it. Can you see how it is? Okay, or I can even drag it from my left to, I can draw like this, or I can draw like this, or I can draw like this. Can you see? So that is it. Or I can draw from up to down. Okay, so can you see? So that is it. So once you're able to add this interactive fill tool, being able to combine two colors together, then let me also show you this. You can also combine more than two. Yes, like this place now that you are seeing this line from here to here, the one that has this arrow, I can decide to add more color. Let's say at the middle I want white to flow on this middle like this. Okay, I just come to this middle, double click. Once I double click, can you see now a box has been added? So I click on the box, select white color. Can you see? I'm moving my cursor here. I'll select white color. Can you see how it is? Okay, so I can decide to drag this one big down, drop this one down because I want the color, the white color, to be just faint. Okay, so I can decide to select it again, click here and select another different color. Okay, so that is it. So then if you want to remove the box that you added, if you want to remove the box, let's say now I want to remove this yellow color that I added. Obviously what I'm going to do is that I'm going to remove this box that is here. So what I'm going to do is that I will double click on the box again. Just come here, double click on the box, and the box will disappear. Can you see now? It has disappeared, right? So but just know it, you cannot remove this particular box. This one that is, you cannot remove it. This one you cannot remove it, but you can actually remove the ones you added. You can add more than one, you can add more than two. Can you see? Just double clicking. When you double click, can you see I just added more than, right? So if you want to remove, then just double click on it, come to the box, double click on the box. Okay, so you double click to add, you also double click on the box to remove. So this is it, guys. So and the next thing I'm going to show you before I stop this video is I'm going to show you what we call smooth. Okay, we normally use it if after blending our two colors, after blending our colors, just blending, adding more than two or two colors, you can just click on smooth. You see what will happen. If I click on it again, can you see how this thing is? This tag is a bit darker and the other one. So if I click on smooth now, there is something that will happen here. It will not be long, just on a blink. Can you see now? So it has helped to smoothen the blending just from here to here. Then from here the black color was a bit faint, then my red color comes here and then a bit faint, so that you're able to blend. But know that this is not blending, please, but I'm using the word blending for you to understand it more better. Okay, so feel free to ask your question on our comment section. If you're watching on our YouTube channel, kindly smash the subscription button below this video, and don't forget to drop on the comment section what you learn, what you gain from this tutorial. I'll see you in the comment section to hear more of you. All right, bye for now.